Well guys, like I said, I was going to make a video of this Farmall 450, which is the only tractor my grandpa bought new. And I have a reconditioning class where I'm going to school, and I repainted it, and I actually just had the sheet metal that was on it repainted, and that's why, or that sheet metal kind of helps me tell my story. And I had to paint sheet metal, and I really didn't want to fix the sheet metal. Well, fix the sheet metal. It has the reason I want to keep it the same and not fix it and get all the dents out of it. It's because this tractor my grandpa bought new. And I painted the sheet metal for Dad's 450 over there in parts, actually. And this sheet metal is supposed to go on his tractor, which will probably get repainted at some point, but all I got in it is labor because I painted everything myself. But I got the story actually typed out, and I posted on a few forums and stuff like that, but I haven't shared it on YouTube yet. It don't look too bad actually, tractor itself, but I'll kind of read my story along with this, and you guys can hear this. Well, my grandpa Enoch Olson grew up in Morrison, Illinois area, so Chadwick, Savannah, all that area. I bet some of you guys might actually see this, might know what I'm talking about. And his first tractor was a Massey Harris 44 Special, and he said that was the biggest piece of junk he ever owned. He bought it from his dad. Well, one Saturday night he went into town to get groceries, and he bought groceries, and cashier gave him too much change back, and he said, "Whoa, ma'am, this ain't right, you're giving me too much." And he just gave the money back. He didn't think anything of it, but one of the guys, well, there's Handel Brothers up in Chadwick, and they had an implement dealer, and they specialized in IH, and he was in there, but Grandpa didn't think anything of it at the time. Well, a few days later he went into town went to Chadwick to the Handel dealer, and well, he was getting parts. Probably for his Massey Harris or something, I don't know. But he was in there, and he was looking at this 450 sitting on the showroom floor. Well, it was January 1959, so it was a leftover 450. They're already coming out with the 560s and 460s and the whole 60 series. And he was looking over this tractor. The one guy that was in the grocery store that night came up to him and goes, "Well, you want to buy that tractor?" And my grandpa goes, "There's no way I can afford this tractor right now. I'm not financially ready." And he goes, "Well, that one Saturday night I saw you in at the grocery store, and I saw what you did and gave that money back." He goes, "Most people would have just turned their head and put it all back in their pocket and wouldn't even said anything." Well, from my point of view, I look at this and I think, well, that's a good reason to be honest now. Let's see what happened to him. Well, the guy said, "I think we can make a deal." So he had to get financed, of course, from the bank in Morrison, and he traded in that old Massey Harris 44 Special for it. Well, he had malnutrition as a baby. His breast milk from his mom gave him rickets, so it caused his leg bones to grow funny. Well, the doctor said he's going to have to quit farming. So, voila, he did. Had a sale, let's say January or February, 1964. My dad was just a baby, so he don't remember it at all, living up north. Moved down here to Pinckneyville, and well, he sold the tractor at the farm sale that he had up there, and his Uncle Joe bought it, and Uncle Joe sold it to my Uncle David, who married my aunt, so that's how I'm related to him. and he was using it. And Grandpa came down here and started working for IPLA, Illinois Livestock Producers Association, and he was in the feeder pig business. And, well, he kept working that, and then he decided, I'm going to have to start farming again. Well, he moved to Conant, which is not even a town, it's just a group of houses, and built a house and started farming, and started out with a John Deere. Well, he had two John Deeres. I guess he started out with a B because it shot craps, and then he got an A. That was a pretty good tractor, and he turned it, or ended up trading that in on a 70. And a few years later, he sold the 70. No, maybe I'm getting this whole story wrong. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But he ended up buying a 46H at some point, because they hadn't had this tractor yet. But my uncle bought it from my uncle, or my uncle bought it. My grandpa bought it from my Uncle David, and he ended up having it hauled down here for like a small fee. And when he got it back, it had been converted to LP, but it was ran on gas, and the whole section right here been cut out for that LP tank to fit. So my grandpa's like, well, I need to get some sheet metal, make it look like a tractor again. Well, all he could find is this, what I painted over here, is this sheet metal. And looking at it, you can't really tell. But you get over here, well, he did that, cut out a notch for the fill of hydraulic oil. You get over here, see those two holes above the 450? That's where a diesel badge would go. That's where the exhaust would go. And since these were dual fuel, well, not really dual fuel, they started on gas, switched over to diesel engines, there's a little hole there where the gas tank would have been. Well, they had them patched and put new holes on that side of the hood. So this is a diesel hood. I'm probably going to make 2 videos again. Oh well. This, or that's what he did when he lived in Conant. Well, 78, he sold out to the coal mines, moved over to where I live now. He put a wide front end underneath it, put the little chain box in the front. He made that. I guess he couldn't hook onto anything, so he made the lower part too. What else did he make? He put the 2-point fast hitch on it. It was a straight drawbar when he bought it, but he ended up putting that on it. And he did have to do a little bit of plumbing on it, because it doesn't have, oh, can't think what it's called, control valve. There's supposed to be a little block on here, comes off, keeps it from leaking off, which it's not really looking like it's leaking off now anymore since I put it back together. But these valves have to be closed if you have an implement hooked up, or it's going to move your drawbar at the same point, or at the same time when it's moving your implement. You don't want that going down the field. But, well, we got about 30 seconds. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start this, and I'll start another one and continue where I left off when he sold the tractor in about 94 or 96, or 94 to 96. Alright.